back up.
This is so cool. What's that?
What is that?
What's that? What's that?
What did my husband catch while zoomed in?
Hello my friends, this is Linol Anderson here with you guys with a brand new YouTube BitChute video, and as you could see, I played that short little clip in the beginning. What the heck was that? Looks like some kind of demon creatures or something during the eclipse. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get into what that was a little bit later on in today's video, so stick around for that. But as you could see, today's video is on the eclipse, the April 8th eclipse that we just had. What really happened during that eclipse? You see, a lot of people I've been seeing on the social media communities, people who claim to be truthers and whatnot, they're sitting there, they're laughing. They're laughing, my friends, saying nothing happened, and it was just another failed end of the world prophecy, doomsday, this and that, it's stupid, this and that, it's a psyop. Well, my friends, it indeed was a psyop, but believing that nothing happened that day was part of the psychological operation. So was the spreading of the narratives that the end of the world or something like that was going to happen. That was the psyop too. But if you believe that nothing happened on that day, you've fallen for yet another psychological operation, because major things happened on that day. Not in the realm of the seen, but it was more in the realm of the unseen, which most eclipses are like that. So in today's video, we're going to be going over all the things that did take place, which there was a lot. We have a lot to go over in today's video. So before we get into it, just encourage you guys to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy today's video. As I say, subscribe to survive, and please hit the like button if you enjoy it as well. Helps me out with the algorithms. So, what happened that day? Well, first off, those of us who have put in the work and decalcified our pineal glands and who are in touch with spirituality and the spiritual energies coming in, we know for a fact something happened because we felt it. My goodness, my friends, that was one of the most intense energy days I've ever had. I don't know about you guys, but my ears were ringing. I had lots of anxiety. I felt horrible, really. It felt really psychedelic at the same time. I literally felt like I was in another dimension. But it was a very rough, hard day. And I felt it. I know many of you felt it. Millions worldwide did, to the point they're even calling it eclipse sickness. Take a look. That's right, a lot of people reporting confusion, dizziness, nausea, all these different things. So much so that made it to the news. Well, this is how much of an energetic event this day was. So if you're one of these people saying, nah, nothing happened and everything, oh, I didn't feel anything, well, all that means is your pineal gland is calcified. You've been drinking a little too much fluoride. Or you're just not in tune with spiritual reality because you need to expand your consciousness more. We're going to speak a little bit more about that later on in today's video, okay? Because I get it, a lot of people didn't feel anything, and that's okay. You're just not there yet. If you're on the path of truth, you will eventually start to open the third eye and start feeling these things coming in. It'll happen for you eventually, okay? So we're going to get into that a little bit later. So it was a massive energetic shift, but what you guys got to realize is this eclipse, like all eclipses, is a ritual, okay? But this one was a particularly huge ritual, more so than the others. But the other ones are still too, okay? But I'm going to really decode what happened in a ritual sense, what happened spiritually, and what even manifested into the physical, and what we could expect going on to the future. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys back to the eclipse of 2020. That's right, we had an eclipse in 2020. Take a look. That's right, that was the last total solar eclipse. And that was a big one, my friends. It was biblical. It was. So was the 2017 one, but don't forget about the 2021, okay? And it's crazy because before that eclipse happened, about a month before, all these mysterious monoliths started popping up. Take a look. That's right. Do you guys remember that? That monolith in Utah, and then they started popping up all over the world. What the heck is going on? 1 month later, we have this total solar eclipse. Okay? And it was connected for sure. And you got to see what the eclipses signify. They're massive energetic events, and they always signify a change. It's a ritual to signify a change in the world order. Okay? And no, historically, events don't happen the day of the eclipse, besides spiritual effects, but these big effects that affect our physical reality come a bit later. Okay? So, like I said, it was part of that psychological operation to make you think something was going to happen that day physically. Well, what happened in 2020? Okay? We had 1 week after the December 14th eclipse was when the thing that they wanted you to get, for the sickness that was going around, that was first released to the public on December 21st. Just a week after, which is huge, my friends, because that was the start of the biblical prophecies of Revelation, the first seal. That's right. There's this good researcher. He has a YouTube account. I believe it's called Archaics. Jason Brashears from Archaics, and he's really decoded these things. So definitely look into his channel. But he claims that 2020 was the first seal of Revelations being unsealed, and it was that whole thing that happened in the world, and that thing that they wanted you to get. That's right, my friends. And it says, there's a scripture about that first seal. Take a look. There you go. As you could see, it talks about the crown, the rider of the first horse getting that crown. And the rider on the first horse is actually Apollo. And that was all connected to the thing that they wanted you to get. But once he gets his crown, it kind of signifies that the first seal has been fulfilled. Well, this eclipse, 2024, was the ritual showing that the first seal has been completed. And how do we see that? Well, my friends, the Bible speaks in metaphors and parables. You got to remember that, okay? And the metaphor behind this is, did you know that when the sun gets eclipsed, it's called a corona? Take a look. That's right, my friends. And did you know the word corona means crown? That's right, take a look. There you go. So it's metaphorically the sun being eclipsed. That was the first seal being done, and now it makes way for the second seal. And it's also interesting to notice, to go even further on that, they're saying that there's going to be a supernova or an explosion of a star this year. And guess what constellation it's going to be in? Take a look. That's right, Corona Borealis, called the Northern Crown. Again, you're going to see a crown explode in the sky, which is even more prophecy for this event. So crazy stuff, right? But it goes crazier because guess what happened a month before the eclipse? Monoliths started popping up again. That's right. Take a look at this.
It's up on the top of the bluff.
It's the mysterious monolith that's the talk of one UK town.
And I come up here most days. And I've never seen this before. Always looks like a UFO was plunged up and down.
This shiny silver spear atop a bluff in Wales, spotted by local Craig Muir, who says it seemingly appeared out of nowhere.
I'm looking for a talk.
Muir taking the video after spotting the thing, which he describes as a roughly 10-foot long, 1.5 foot wide metal structure. The mysterious monolith capturing the internet's attention, with many wondering if it came from outer space. Residents of the nearby town of Hay on Wye making trips to see the statue for themselves. One user on their community Facebook page writing, "I quite like the monolith. Hope the aliens don't come and get it too soon." The structure in the Welsh wilderness is just the latest obelisk-like object randomly piercing landscapes around the world. Similar sightings puzzling people in Romania, southwestern England, and stateside in California in 2020.
Be prepared to see these everywhere. Ah, dear.
This one in Utah, also from 2020, was first spotted by state officials and removed.
There you have it. So, in Wales, we had a monolith pop up, and there's probably other ones we don't even know about yet that haven't been discovered yet. But it's very interesting. The one we do know about that was all over the mainstream media pops up in Wales. Meanwhile, this eclipse was happening in the Cetus constellation. Take a look. That's right, Cetus is known as the whale constellation, and of course it was going through all those cities called Nineveh and Jonah, and we know that story, Jonah gets swallowed up in the whale. Okay? So it appears that before every seal gets released, and it appears every 4 years, according to this Archaics dude, every 4 years a new seal gets released. So you could bet your money that before every one, you're going to see these monuments pop up all over the earth. Okay? Also interesting to point out, just a few days after they found that monolith in Wales, England, the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, came out and announced that she has that sickness as well, which a lot of people say she's been missing, and that was even an AI-generated video. But coincidence with all these whales? I don't know. It's definitely connected, and I believe there was even predictive programming of all this in the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick movie, monuments popping up all over Earth. It's absolutely wild stuff. So as you can see, we finished the ritual part of this video. This was a massive ritual signifying that the second seal is upon us. Well, what is the second seal? The second seal is to take peace from the earth. Take a look. There you go. It has to do with war. And obviously, we're on the brink of WW3. We have Iran just attacked Israel or something, or Israel attacked Iran. Now they're waiting for a response back. We got escalations with all the wars worldwide. Okay, they're all escalating right now. We got ISIS is back. There's probably going to be big terrorist activity this year. And I do believe with the elections, all that, the cyber events and all that is going to start popping off to bring in the CBDCs and all that. So that's probably the second seal, but it goes even deeper, my friends. Let's get back to the eclipse. Well, my friends, remember those APEP rockets? Well, I got some footage to show you of the rockets being shot up the eclipse. Take a look.
There's something actively shooting up into the sky, dude. Look at this.
Where do I even see that? What is that?
Dude, I think they're shooting something at the moon.
That's huge.
Dude, what is going on? They shot something up at it. It went through
The moon. That's a crazy shot.
What is going on? Dude, it's going fast. Like, it went right through the moon.
That's right. You see all that, looks like all that stuff they're spraying out of there. And I get it, oh, it's a rocket, but then they're saying, oh, they were doing tests to test the eclipse, this and that. But what if they're spraying something? Because they're definitely spraying something. Did you see all the chemtrails taking place as well? A lot of people saw a lot of chemtrails. Take a look at this.
So I keep scrolling and I come across a bunch of videos like this.
This is the sky in Indianapolis with all the contrails from planes flying in the area of totality today.
Then I kept scrolling on my timeline and seen yet another video of these CTs that's blocking the sun. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now we really have to ask the question on why would they be doing this on the day that everybody's supposed to be watching the eclipse? Just asking the questions. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom.
There you go. It's obvious, you're going to see later in the video, they're covering up the planetary body known as Nibiru and other planetary bodies that a lot of people got on camera. So obviously they're trying to cover that up so people don't see that. But there was leaked documents or leaked theory anyways, maybe not documents, but there's a lot of theories going around that there was whistleblowers, and I want to make this very clear, if YouTube's listening, that this is a theory. I'm not saying this is the case, but that they were going to be spraying something that would be a biological type of scenario of a weaponry situation on top of the crowds of people in the States, since there'd be millions of people there. Some kind of sickness over top of these people, that they would be spraying that on them, and maybe a new sickness would form from it. I'm not saying that's the case, but what I am saying is there sure seemed to be a lot of stuff being sprayed in the air that day, as you could see. And I find it very odd that just a week before this eclipse situation, they announced the bird flu, 5H1N1 bird flu situation happening, how it spread to cattle, and now the first human, a transmission to the first human. That's right, and now in the media, they're pumping out the fear about the bird flu, how it could spread to humans, and now they're even telling you what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. Take a look. That's right. Trying to put that fear into you to be fearful of the food. And of course, they're saying this is going to start driving up inflation, because now they're starting to wipe out entire chicken farms just because one or two chickens got the bird flu, right? So inflation, prices going to go up. And now we start seeing videos like this in the past couple weeks showing all these dead birds everywhere. Take a look.
In this video, the birds are seen acting very strange. They're letting them walk right up on them and they're not flying away. Make sure you watch them to the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Yo, I don't know what's going on, but look, this is just a sidewalk full of birds. They're not even moving. Some are alive. That one just flew up to the window, but he's not even moving. But there's just a sidewalk full of dead freaking birds. I don't know what's going on, but I'm about to get the hell out of here.
That's right, my friends. So, is it possible that we have another planned type event coming our way? I'm not saying that's the case. We're just exploring the different theories. Is it possible? It's very interesting because there's a new Netflix show that just came out called Three Body Problem, and there's a scene where they're using some kind of frequency machine to make contact with aliens or something, and all these birds start dropping dead out of the sky from these frequencies. Is it possible that these birds are dropping because of the frequencies, but then they're going to blame it on, you know, the flu there? And what a good excuse that is to start up a new thing. Meanwhile, people could start getting sick because maybe they breathed something in outside, but it'll be blamed on the birds. Was that the big ritual? Never forget that rocket mission was called APEP, the serpent deity, Operation Serpent Deity APEP, which was an Egyptian god, serpent god. Okay, reptilians, yeah? Could this be the big thing that really took place? And maybe in a couple weeks from now, a month from now, you're just going to start hearing about this more and more. And maybe within a few months, there might be a new sickness declared. Everything will be shut down. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm not saying that. We're just exploring the weird situations that are taking place here. That's right, my friends. But now we need to move on to the spiritual aspects, and with what I showed you at the beginning, and Cern, and demons, otherworldly beings entering this realm. So before we get into that, just want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors at OWELLI, okay, and their product 10 mushrooms, okay. These are 10 different medicinal mushrooms. We got cordyceps, reishi, shiitake, lion's mane, and then you got 6 other ones in there. Amazing medicinal mushrooms, great for energy. I take 1 or 2 of these, and oh my goodness, I got tons of energy for the day. It's good for detoxification, even with helping detox the third eye, okay? Immune system, tons of great health benefits. So definitely check that out. Link is down below in the description, and I also got a code that you'll see in the description, which will get you 15% off and free shipping in the United States. And, you know, these medicinal mushrooms, they're not psychedelic, but they have been known to help detox the third eye pineal gland and aid in spirituality. And when it comes to that, I do believe having an open third eye is vital in these times, so you could see through the illusions, and you could better protect yourself and tune into your intuition to know what's real, what's not. And I do believe it's vital to escape the matrix, but just know that it comes with risks, and you should only do it if you're ready. If you're still holding on to fear and matrix programming, proceed with extreme caution, because you might start seeing things that you weren't ready to see. And with what just happened with the eclipse and what I believe is going to start happening in our realm, I think if your third eye is more open, you're going to see more of these things, which it's good if you're ready for it, because then you could see what you normally couldn't see, so you could protect yourself better. But if you're not ready for it, it could drive you to insanity. Just let you know, very fearful situation if you're still in that vibration. But I think people are going to start seeing these things anyways, because it's starting to manifest into our realm. Okay? I did a channeling before the eclipse even happened. And, you know, they were turning Cern back on. And they even said in the particle collider that there was a ghost stuck in the machine. That's right. And I channeled that they were going to be letting out some kind of entity into our realm. Well, what I have channeled and got further information is what is actually happening here is this massive energetic shift that's happening. They are in the process of merging this third dimension into the fourth dimension astral realm. That is what's happening. We are not in the third dimension anymore. We're in between the third and fourth. And the fourth dimension astral realm, which is where these demonic reptilian entities and astral entities are, we're starting to merge with that realm. And they're going to start manifesting more within our realm. So take a look at these footage from multiple different people, and we'll have a discussion about it. Take a look.
Y'all, I think I know what Cern was doing while this eclipse was happening. Do you see this? There is so many different videos and footage of demons flying by the sun. By the way, to all you vultures using people's videos without crediting them, stop it. This video belongs to this person. I'm about to show you another one in a minute. I'm going to slow it down right here. And then there was this one. Creator is again at the top. And there's so many more. And if y'all really don't want to act like demons don't exist, there was a rumor that Cern was haunted after their first time powering up. And as of lately, they say they found a 4D ghost in the Cern particle accelerator. AKA, they found a demon, another entity above our dimension. For anybody saying it's a rocket, you are completely fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. And here is that one going back and forth. Look at that. That is insane, y'all. So does anyone want to tell me what all these demons were doing? Maybe this is why they brought up the demon face thing on the news.
There you have it, my friends. Pretty crazy stuff, wouldn't you say? And the crazy thing is the band Soundgarden, okay, Chris Cornell, they actually put out some predictive programming years ago with their famous song, Black Hole Sun, all about the sun, kind of talking about these kind of things with the sun. And I got a video to show you guys, but it's interesting because they talk about this new disorder that they just announced a couple months ago called PMO. And they're saying that people are starting to see people's faces as demons, but it's just a medical condition, a rare medical condition where people start seeing demon faces. Nothing to worry about, it's just a distortion of their eyesight. But you see in the song, they're kind of talking similar things, and I don't know, maybe it's possible, just maybe, that this PMO disease is actually people seeing through the veil, like the movie They Live, and actually seeing some of these negative creatures, shapeshifters, whatever you want to call it. Or even it's just possible people are seeing what this reality truly is and seeing that humans are not what we think they are, and I don't know, we're merging into higher dimensions, we're morphing, our faces are looking a little creepier, just like how if you take a psychedelic a psychedelic substance. Well, if you look at yourself in a mirror or look at people, their faces start morphing, looks weird. Maybe they knew these things were going to happen, and people are starting to see the truth of reality. They are seeing bad entities. I don't know. So they put it out in the media. This was a huge media story trending on Google, Twitter, about PMO, the demon disease, seeing demon faces. Could it be that this is all directly linked to us and Cern merging into the fourth dimension, and this eclipse really activated with the Cern activation really is going to start this process of us seeing this kind of stuff? Take a look at this video.
Okay, does anyone remember this music video? I'll give you a second. It came out in 1994. Well, that music video comes from the song Black Hole Sun from the band Soundgarden, coming off of the album Super Unknown. Now, I'm not sure if you guys remember much of this music video, but it was filled with people's faces morphing into something supernatural. And what I find odd, or maybe a coincidence, is how the faces of these individuals remind me of this news story that just came out, how people think they're seeing demonic faces like a creature in a horror movie. I am sure you have seen this news article going around on TikTok. I find it interesting how the faces of these distorted individuals look similar to the faces of Black Hole Sun. Now, I find it interesting how this news article is coming out a couple weeks before the Great American Solar Eclipse. And what do you know? What a coincidence, there's a solar eclipse on the album cover. And this whole song is about the sun turning black and sucking some people into it. And there's some interesting symbolism in this song, with Chris Cornell being the lead singer. By the way, that is not his birth name. Chris Cornell gives you the initial CC, which is 33, so 33. There is a Masonic symbol there, but he has the skull, which could symbolize the skull and bones. In this song, you have the symbolism of the crazy religious individuals telling everybody the end is near. You have people happy at first, but then their faces start to morph. Now, I found this one interesting. You have this demonic looking lady about to sacrifice a fish, which could symbolize Pisces, the age of Christianity. And then immediately after that scene, you have one of the religious individuals feeding a goat. But then we go back to the lady who was going to kill the fish, and the fish escapes, almost like the fish was raptured. At this point, the black hole sun starts to come out and people start to freak out. Some people are scared and some people are happy. there is a locust that comes out during this black hole sun, which reminds me of another coincidence how this year we will have billions of cicadas emerging in the US because this year is a rare double brood event. Okay, so after the locusts are released, you have the black hole sun visible. You then have this lady who has a forked tongue, some type of frog or serpent tongue, enjoying the event. Now the black hole sun starts to suck up certain individuals, but not everybody. For it takes up a child, but it leaves these two individuals who are portrayed of having vanity. This guy doing push-ups, caring about his body, and the older lady doing some other workout and doing her makeup. And this year happens to be the 30th year anniversary of this song since the album Super Unknown came out in 1994. Now you may be asking me, what am I trying to insinuate? What am I saying? I'm not saying anything. I am just pointing out some weird coincidences. This is all my personal opinion, speculation, a theory, and for entertainment purposes, you can connect the dots. Or you can think it's all nonsense and throw those dots away, and that's totally fine.
There you have it, my friends. Pretty wild stuff, wouldn't you say? And then as you can see, they had that whole rapture scenario as well, showing people fly up. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I believe maybe at a much later time in the future, some kind of thing, not exactly like that will happen, but let's just put it this way. I have a video on that whole ascension rapture stuff, and it'll be my next video, so stay tuned, subscribe for that. But the last thing we're going to talk on today is this whole topic of the black sun, Nibiru, because end of the day, a lot of people filmed a lot of strange things in the skies during the eclipse, and it's very obvious they are trying to hide something, and that the eclipse wasn't what you thought it was, and there's other planetary bodies. Take a look at this. That's right, so that video, she's showing multiple different objects there, and I know people say, oh, that's lens flare, that's this or that, but the thing is, if you start researching these things, you will read the comment sections, a lot of people saying they saw this with their own eyes, okay, a lot of people, and that's not the only, there's tons of videos, tons of pictures. Take a look at these pictures. That's right, you could see multiple objects there. I believe the black sun is what covers, which I believe is Nemesis, part of the AI, Demiurge, Saturn, all that kind of stuff. I believe that's what covers the sun, not the moon, but who knows, right? And I believe Nibiru is there, which Nibiru is an interdimensional object. It's not physical, it's a fourth dimensional, interdimensional object. I believe it's the new simulation coming in, and it's tied to where these reptilian entities are coming from, and I do believe humanity is going to be transferred into that simulation, which this one's over. It's the planet of the crossing, okay? I've made videos on that in the past. Just a theory anyways, okay? But as you could see, a lot of stuff going on there, and I also got this video to show you as well. Take a look.
All kinds of weird shit going on, bud. I'm talking about.
Yeah, you saw that shit now. I tried to tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Through the atmosphere.
That might be the Devil's Comet. They got something called the Devil's Comet.
Look that way. See that on her?
There you go. Never forget, we had the Devil's Comet there, and I think that was footage of that, and then some people are saying the other one there was Venus. I don't know. Interesting to note about that comet is people are saying that they saw that stop and change direction, so how could it be a comet? That is also not what you think it was either. It was a massive day full of rituals, possibly the release of the next thing, okay? But mainly, it's to signify the beginning of the second seal, and 2024 is going to be a hell of a year. So a lot happened that day, but it's mostly spiritual, energetic. Those of us with the eyes to see felt it, saw it, and now we wait, because you better believe whatever chaos this happens was connected to this eclipse. But do not be in fear. I'm going to end the video saying do not be in fear, okay, my friends? Because you see, there's two different timelines playing out. There's the 3D timeline where if you go into fear state and you are in fear of these things, then you start participating and you start manifesting that reality, and you'll end up passing on in these cataclysmic events that are coming with the Nibiru event and the Great Matrix Reset, and you will be recycled into the new simulation, and it's going to start all over again. You're going to have to go through lifetimes, this and that, reincarnation, soul trap, you name it. But there's another timeline for those of us who have awakened, who have been enlightened, who've put in the necessary work, and if you do not fall into the fear trap and you stay at a high vibration of love and you just observe these events, but you maintain to that fact that you know that you're divinely protected and that you have nothing to worry about, you're going to manifest a higher timeline and you will be protected from all that stuff because you do create your own reality. The 144,000 prophecy, right? Well, there's millions of us who are 144,000 because that relates to the DNA activation and all your chakras and the DNA strands being activated. And as you get activated and sealed in the forehead, okay, which is the third eye opening and all that, well, guess what? You become protected through all these times, and you're ultimately going to ascend or be raptured. Okay, it's not going to happen like how you think it's going to happen, but I'll be talking about that in my next video, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. But do not fall in fear, because you fall in fear, you will get recycled. You stay out of fear, you manifest your highest timeline, and it's going to be beautiful. And my friends, this is the most exciting time to be alive. Crazy stuff happening, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you did. Of course, if you guys would like to help support my work, you could buy me a coffee. I'm on the website, Buy Me a Coffee. The link is down below. And of course, I'll always send you some exclusive Patreon videos to your email as a thank you. Or if you just would like to sign up on Patreon, I got a bunch of different classes and stuff there with exclusive videos you don't get anywhere else. The link is down below. And that's it for today's video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And until next time, Lionel signing off.